people do not have access to safe and clean drinking water in an equitable way, water that they can use on a regular basis without getting sick. Today we're living on a planet with 6.5 billion people. 1.2 billion people do not have clean water. 29,000 children die every day for reasons that are purely preventable. Every day. People die because they are essentially exposed to dirty drinking water.
The problem is that they're collecting water that's been running off the hills through pastures and farmland and agricultural land, and so it collects all sorts of bacteria and it just gets dirty in the process.
We tested the water before our systems were put in, and it was nearly the equivalent of drinking raw sewage with the bacteria formations that were in that water. And so you can imagine the sickness that develops from drinking that kind of water every day.
So our focus in Rwanda and a lot of the communities we work in is just to clean up that water.
The people have so many other problems. Water is just one small problem on a list of 100 things that they're doing to survive every day. And in Rwanda, it's a day-to-day struggle, really. And so water's last on the list for these people, even though it's one of the most important things, just because they're basically struggling to get food.
The goal with treating water is to separate the clean water from the contaminants that are making it dirty. There's 1.2 billion people in the world that currently lack access to safe drinking water, and that's huge. There's 1 out of every 6 people in the world are drinking contaminated water that can be relatively easily treated, and the people in Rwanda fall squarely into that statistic. Treating water for astronauts in space might seem a whole lot different than treating water for people in Rwanda, but in fact, a lot of the requirements are similar. You're in a pretty harsh environment where you don't have a lot of resources, and you have to install systems that take really badly contaminated water and turn it into drinking water, and they have to be able to do that for a long period of time without very much maintenance or resupply. With Manna, we're now able to install our systems through generating carbon credits for our work, and so we're able to do it on a much larger scale. We're taking some of the revenue from our water treatment work, some of the revenue from the carbon credits, to install biogas generators at many of the secondary schools in Rwanda, technology that's provided by a Rwandan university.
So the system that we've designed here, it's pretty simple, and it's technology that's been around for hundreds and hundreds of years, and that's just running water through gravel and then through sand to basically remove that dirt out of the water. Once you get all the dirt out that you can see, though, there can still be small viruses, bacteria, little organisms, and so to kill those, we use an ultraviolet light, and it just heats up those small bacteria and viruses and kills them, basically.
Now with Manna Energy, we're taking that experience and those technologies, plus this idea of getting carbon credits for the treatment of drinking water, to be able to expand that impact. So we've only installed a couple of systems in Rwanda over the past few years. Now we're going to be installing almost 500 over the next few years.
I wouldn't do what I do as an astronaut if I didn't truly believe that what we're doing in the space program is benefiting the whole world. I have the same feeling in the volunteer work that is totally separate from NASA in our personal time. I think it's equally fulfilling because we have that same feeling that what we're doing is making a difference and making the world a better place.
I didn't realize the impact it would have on the community until I saw the looks on the faces of the people there.
Even these kids that live in such a state of poverty, they're so happy, and they're so happy to see us, and they're running around in rags and with barely enough to eat. The look on the kids' faces when they drink clean water for the first time, it makes it all the work worth it.